Hi friends, my name is Ishan Bakshi and today our topic of discussion would be cooking methods. Now before we know about cooking methods, first of all we should know the meaning of cooking. Now cooking by definition may be defined as a chemical process that involves mixing of different ingredients, application and withdrawal of heat, use of manipulative skills in such a way that the end results are edible in nature. Now cooking methods can be done with the help of three media: liquid media, dry media and fat media, and now we'll be discussing all these medias in detail. Now with the help of liquid media, five methods of cooking can be practiced, which are boiling, steaming, braising and poaching. Now boiling. Boiling is done when the food item is completely immersed in pot liquor or water, and the temperature of the pot liquor or water is raised up to 100 degrees centigrade. Now there are few things that are to be kept in mind while doing the boiling. First of all, the item should be completely immersed in water while boiling. While cooking meat and poultry, if aromatic vegetables are used, the taste of the food items to be boiled are enhanced. The scum that arises on top of the boiling liquor should be removed repeatedly, as it may discolor and worsen the taste of the food. While cooking green vegetables, fast boiling should be done as it preserves their color and increases their shelf life. While boiling potatoes, they should be placed in cold water and then bring to boil. Now coming to the second method, that is called steaming. It is very slow method of cooking. What we do in steaming is basically suitable for cheaper and older cuts of meats that are very tough in nature. And what we do in steaming is we take the cheaper and older cut of meat, poultry or beef, and we add them some with aromatic vegetables, and then cooking liquor or pot liquor is added and casserole is put on, which means the container is covered with the lid, and then at a very slow temperature they are allowed to simmer for a quite long time, maybe up to 1 hour or 2 hours. After the cooking is done, after the meat items are cooked thoroughly, the cooking liquor or the pot liquor in which they are cooked can be served along with the food items. Now coming to the steaming part. Steaming is cooking done with the help of moist heat. Cooking by steaming can be done in two ways: indirect steaming or direct steaming. What we do in direct steaming is that the items should be steamed are kept on a perforated container, and below that perforated container there is another container that contains of hot boiling water, and steam from that boiling water steams the food. In the indirect method, the food items to be steamed are surrounded with the boiling hot water, which is in the direct contact of the item to be steamed. Braising. Braising is again a very slow method. It is rather a combined method of roasting and steaming. What we do in braising is that first the items are roasted in their own fat or with the help of some oil, butter or margarine, and then they are put on the bed of aromatic vegetables, and then some liquor is used. Again, as the same way in steaming, lid is put on and the items are allowed to cook for a very long time on a very low temperature. And again, the items cooked in the pot liquor are served along with the pot liquor. Now, the last section is the poaching. What we do in poaching is that poaching is again similar to the boiling method, only with the difference that boiling is done at 100 degrees centigrade, whereas poaching is done at 93 to 95 degrees centigrade. Bubbling of the water is not allowed to take place in poaching, and the items that are cooked with the use of this method are usually eggs and poached fishes. Now coming to the dry media part. Dry media can be further divided into broiling and oven cooking. What we do in broiling is the items that are of very tough nature, again steaks of beef, meat, mutton or poultry, that are very expensive in nature and are very tough, are taken and then they are seasoned, and then they are placed on grill bars or maybe in the pot, and they are cooked on a very high heat. What we do in oven cooking is that oven cooking may be defined as cooking with the help of dry heat. What we do in oven cooking is the batter of the product, maybe of puffs, patties, pastries, cookies, contains some moisture, and when application of heat is done with the process of radiation, some air bubbles are formed, and with the help of that air bubbles the items or the products are raised and the items is thoroughly cooked. Usually cakes, puffs, patties, cookies are made by this method. Now coming to the fat media. What we do in fat media is fat media can be done through grilling, roasting and frying. First of all, we'll be talking about grilling. Again, the items like steaks of mutton, beef, veal and poultry are suitable for the grilling method. Grill bars are there. The items of the meat, beef and poultry are seasoned, and then they are covered in natural fat or maybe some external fat, and then they are placed on grill bars. and heat is subjected from above or below. If the heat is subjected from below with the help of coal, charcoal, gas or electricity, then the equipment is called grilling bars. And if the source of heat is above, from above the product to be cooked, then the item is called a salamander. Now, what we do in roasting is cooking with the help of natural heat or with the help of external heat, external fat, oil or margarine. It can be done in three ways: pot roasting, oven roasting and spit roasting. What we do in pot roasting is that we take a thick bottom pot and some natural heat, some natural butter or oil is added, and the items are allowed to cook for a very slow time in pot. Same is done in the oven roasting, with the only difference that instead of a pot we use oven, and some aromatic vegetables are also added in the pot roasting, oven roasting method. Spit roasting method applies for barbecue. The items that are whole in nature, maybe whole poultry, whole turkey, game, are seasoned and marinated, and then they are put on a roasting spit, and on a very fierce and intense heat they are cooked. The temperature at the time of cooking is around 200 degrees centigrade. Now coming to the frying part. Frying is done when we cook the food in the help of oil media, maybe by completely immersing the food or partly immersing the food in fat, butter or oil. Now coming to the first part of frying, that is deep frying. Deep frying is done when the food article is completely immersed in fat, oil or butter, and it gives a very zesty color, and it gives a brown color and some crispy flavor to the crispy texture to the items that are fried. Shallow frying is said to be done when the items are partially immersed in oil. Usually croquettes, pakoras and tikkis are cooked by this method. As far as sauteing is concerned, sauteing is a word that is derived from the French cuisine, that means to jump. The items are seasoned and then they are tossed in a pan with the help of very less oil or butter, and usually the items that are cooked are of very soft nature, and the items include peas, carrots and turnips and potatoes. So friend, this was all about cooking method. I hope you enjoyed the session. We'll meet next time with the next chapter. Till then, have a nice day.